Hi, I'm Marc Robertz, executive producer of Profiles on Lake Sumter Television, sitting in this month for host Mandy Wettstein. As we kick off the second season of our award-winning show, we wanted to do so by looking back at some of the highlights from season 1. And how did we determine which profiles to feature? We let the viewers decide by holding a YouTube contest back in June. And in this episode, we'll share the 6 most viewed profile subjects. In addition, you'll also notice a new look to our program. Yeah, just like that nifty animation you just saw. Now, let's begin. As Mandy takes a look at 2 back-to-back profiles, both successful women and both committed to the health and wellness of our community.
It's an age-old story, working somewhere and thinking, knowing you could do it better. But how many have the courage and confidence to do just that? In 2002, 2 registered nurses made that bold move and founded Advanced Nursing Concepts. What started out as a home health provider has grown into the area's only provider of 3 specific and complementary service lines: home health, outpatient therapy, and private duty services. And if you don't recognize the name, you'll probably recognize their cars. Advanced Nursing Concepts was started by myself and another registered nurse in 2002. We'd done home health for many other companies ourselves and decided that we could do it better. So we started the company, and 13 years later, we're now a privately held company and still with the same vision to be able to provide superior quality to the patients of Lake Sumter, Marion, and Citrus County. Advanced Nursing Concepts is the only agency in Lake and Sumter County that can provide home health, outpatient, and private duty services under one umbrella. Having 3 service lines is a benefit to the patients because they're served by a company that has the 3 divisions that are all under the same vision, the same structure, the same leadership direction. Their information is held if they start in the home health division and they are now transferred to the outpatient therapy division. That information goes from one office to another. It's not going from one company to another where you lose translation, you lose what happened. We all have access to the same information and we all now know that patient's history. They don't have to walk in and tell their story 14 different times to 14 different people, which is cumbersome for patients. Our patients have such a positive experience when they come to our agency that should they need home health again, they will return to our agency by choice. Outpatient therapy is usually a progression of either coming from another service line, home health or say rehab, or a patient has had a general decline in their condition, but they're not confined to their home. We are different in the fact that we have gone out and picked our staff members and assembled a team of therapists who have well over 150 years of experience combined amongst them. Private duty is non-medical, housekeeping, groceries, taking people to the doctor's office, helping them run errands. Socialization is a big thing. If you have a wife or a husband who's a primary caregiver who are now confined to the home with their spouse and they need respite, they need to be able to get out and get their hair done or just get a break from the home to get out and keep their mental health up. When you're looking for a home health provider as a patient or as a family member looking for a home health benefit, you want to be asking what resources does that agency bring to the table? Do they bring not only the resources I may need today, do they have the ability to provide for resources that I might not even know that I need? Again, that's one of the reasons why we've established all 3 lines to be able to take care of that patient no matter what happens to them. They may need home health today. 3 weeks from now, they may need private duty or outpatient therapy. I attribute Advanced Nursing Concepts longevity to the fact that our vision is the same today as it was almost 12 years ago when we started the company. But that vision grows with the fact that when our employees come into our organization, they're given that vision from the top down. One of our core training principles is to say that our staff are to treat their patients like they would want their family member treated. And they live it every day. An overwhelming sense of pride, an overwhelming sense of knowing that I have created something that is a benefit to the community, a benefit to my employees, a benefit to patients, their family members. So it's just thankfulness and really ultimately feeling very blessed. Her experience and discipline as a professional athlete challenges her to expand not only her education, but her services. Dr. Kimberly Besuden is passionate about teaching people the ins and outs of proper nutrition and how to use their own kitchens as a pharmacy. As you'll see, she definitely practices what she preaches.
I was a competitive athlete in powerlifting and bodybuilding, and I used chiropractic care for optimum performance prior to competition. My first introduction to chiropractic care was during competition. I had an injury and I was sitting out because I couldn't compete, and I went to the trainer and I went to the medical doctor and nobody seemed to be able to help me, and I went to the chiropractor, and in one visit my back was restored. My philosophy on chiropractic care is to create a wellness within the patient. My goal is always to get the patient well and keep them healthy and teach them about wellness, how to take better care of their body. My favorite saying is, if you don't take care of your body, where will you live? I try to teach them that their body is connected, mind, body, spirit, that when they do something physically, it affects them emotionally, and when they eat something badly, then it affects them physically. So there's a big triangle that works for the balance of health. So I spent a lot of effort and passion on teaching nutrition, how to eat well, how to use foods to heal the body. We take care of patients from diapers to dentures, men and women. Being an athlete, I draw quite a few athletes, a lot of professional athletes, a lot of amateur athletes. I want patients when they come in the office to feel like it's home, like somebody's listening. I want to ask that patient questions they may not have been asked before, so that I can get the detail of what may be the core of their initial problem. My vision was to have a practice of wellness, and I wanted to spend more energy in my passion, which is nutrition. So I brought in Dr. Lauren Cooper, who is a graduate from Palmer Chiropractic. In our practice, we have designed a way for the patient to see both doctors. Initially, the patient comes in, I do a complete examination, chiropractic examination with neurological testing, orthopedic testing, range of motion, and posture. I also then will incorporate nutrition so the patient gets their initial introduction. Then I formulate their file, with their patient file, and then I discuss that with Dr. Cooper prior to the patient being seen for chiropractic care, so we work as a team. I am also a certified functional medicine practitioner. So a certified functional medicine practitioner works on the balance of the body. We work on the true function of how the body should work. So instead of taking a pill for a problem, which is necessary at times, we'll work on the function of the actual organ. Use several different techniques for taking their body fat, their BMI, so patients know where they stand in their wellness at that moment, and then creating the plan for them. My biggest gift is when a patient follows through and makes that life-changing alteration of food, adding exercising, doing a wellness program, and watch that patient come in the next time and see their face lit up and the color to their skin has changed, their eyes are bright, and they're passionate about what they do. To see them happy and feeling well so they can enjoy their life makes me enjoy mine.
Through her wellness plans, Dr. Besuden helps her patients get well and stay healthy. Dr. Besuden surrounds herself with other successful women who offer services that assist you in attaining your optimal health, such as facials, acupuncture, and massage.
Thanks, Mandy. There's still more ahead in this Season 2 kickoff episode of Profiles, including this one. Some call him the business master of his domain. And not just a look back, but also a look at what's new since we first introduced you to the owner of the Leesburg Herb Shoppe. Stay tuned. You're watching Profiles on LSTV. Welcome back to Profiles. I'm Marc Robertz, executive producer in for Mandy Wettstein for this special episode. Next up, the profile that I always wanted to call the business master of his domain, but I was overruled. Here's Mandy with the original profile story.
Our next profile left a career on the high seas and opened a donut shop in 1986. With computers as his hobby and with the boom of the internet, Kevin Robson created a website for his business. Credited by the Lake Sentinel as having one of the first websites in Lake County, his phone began ringing with people who wanted Kevin to build a site for them. Before he knew it, he had all the ingredients for a whole new career. We recently caught up with Kevin while visiting one of his clients, the Leesburg Center for the Arts.
Having been in the business since 1995, we've survived the dot-com boom and the economy ups and downs. And during that dot-com boom, friends would come and say, oh, you're in the business, you need to go get some venture capital and get all that money that these other people are getting and grow da-da-da. And I said, no, I'm happy one customer at a time, give quality service to one person at a time, grow slow, grow steady. BusinessMasters.net is a website hosting and design company. We host, design, and maintain websites for our clients. We pride ourselves on being at the high end of quality and at the mid-range of price. It takes a team to build a quality website, and we're able to offer excellent service at mid-range prices by the fact that everyone that works for us is an independent contractor. With over 60 contractors, we have somebody in every different field of the internet. If you've seen something on the internet, we can do it for you. And when it comes to hosting, you'll find that most places have packages. They start off at a very entry-level cheap package, and then everything's added a la carte until you have a real marketing tool. My feeling is if you're not going to do it right, don't do it at all. So I have one hosting package that includes everything you find with a typical high-end package. Our clients are located literally around the world. About 30% of the people I work for I've never met. Some of our range runs from lawyers to doctors. Resorts are very good to us, but if it's a business, we pretty much cover the gamut. I'm a big believer that a rising tide floats all boats, and if my customers do well, I do well. And I have customers that are long-term people. Some of those folks that started with me in '95 are still here, and if I run an ad somewhere, I like to thank a customer, so I'll put them in as a thanks to our customer in hopes that maybe they'll get a little more business from the ad that I ran. Because a website isn't a standalone thing. It works best when used with other media.
I've been using BusinessMasters.net for about 12 years. When I met Kevin, I really didn't understand the value of a website. Kevin really did a fabulous job of making me understand that websites, in fact, are the window on which your customers get to see you. He took something that most people don't do. He took ownership of my business with me. I feel so comfortable being able to say to Kevin, this is what I need, and knowing that he will translate that into what is right for my business. The next thing you know, you have this little magical window into your business that people like.
And when you like what you do and you get to do it in a place with good friends and great people like we work and play with, it just makes it a lot of fun. And knowing that the websites that we build for our customers, sometimes it's the first impression they get of that customer. So we want to make it the best first impression they could possibly have.
Our next profile appeared in a previous episode when we first met Darla Miller of the Leesburg Herb Shoppe. Darla explains some of the many advantages of taking herbal supplements to help you maintain wintertime wellness.
When we go into the winter season, there's a lot of things to take into consideration. People around you are going to be sick, so really boosting that immune system ahead of time is critical. Doing a good probiotic, maybe just the basic thing that you can do. And there are definitely differences in your probiotics. So understanding, again, that the probiotic has to make it through the stomach and get into the intestines, so you have to have something that's going to be effective. We have another product that's called Silver Shield. It's similar to colloidal silver, but it's a little bit different. That helps to boost the immune system and kind of protect yourself. I think it's important for children to have probiotics, just like us. You can also put some of the Silver Shield in their water, or they can just drink it, but that's going to help their immune system. I also look at the essential oils. Clove and cinnamon are my two favorites. They're antiviral, antibacterial, and can really help boost the immune system. We've talked a little bit about prevention, but what happens if you do get sick? There are several herbs that you can kind of put in your arsenal at the house. Olive leaf is your natural antibiotic. We talked a little bit about Silver Shield. I use it as a preventative, but I also use that as soon as I start getting the first tickle of a sore throat. I always bump up my probiotics. Anytime I start getting sick, I just bump those up. And for the most part, if you catch it early, it doesn't take that long to remedy it. But I never ever tell somebody that they shouldn't go see the doctor. So first line of defense, your doctor if you're sick. And the herbs don't heal They don't cure. What they do is they actually help your body get back in balance so that your body can actually have the opportunity to repair itself. We have herbal supplements in this shop for the whole family. One of the main product lines that I have in the shop is Nature Sunshine. They're manufactured in the U.S. They've been around for 41 years. I've been through their manufacturing facility. I know how they do their testing protocol. It's extremely important to get a product that guarantees their label. You want to make sure that what you spend, you're spending wisely. So just like I read labels in the kitchen, I do my homework on my herbal supplements. Having a product line that is natural, doesn't have those chemicals, and has been around for a long time is very important. Probably the biggest piece of advice for the holiday season is start now. Start boosting your immune system now. Start eating right, do some preventative herbs, and take care of your body. Get enough sleep. Protect yourself now, and you won't have to really worry about a cold and flu season.
Since we first introduced you to Darla Miller and the Leesburg Herb Shoppe, she's moved to a higher profile location right on Main Street in downtown Leesburg. We've been following the move, and we'll have her all-new profile from her all-new location in our October episode. There's still more to come during this special episode of Profiles, including a look at two of the men that inspired us to become more involved in the Lake and Sumter Boys and Girls Club. And we'll share the Profiles video that not only received the most views, but was perhaps the most emotional of our inaugural season. Stick around for more Profiles right here on LSTV. Welcome back. August 23rd marks the Boys and Girls Club 2014 Black and White Ball. This is the event that helps fund their efforts year-round. Here's Mandy Wettstein with their original profile about this very impactful organization.
Our next profile brought home 2 national awards from the Boys and Girls Clubs of America. Freddie Williams was awarded the prestigious Rookie of the Year, and J. Scott Berry was recognized for rebranding the corporate fundraiser. But at the end of the day, they'll tell you it isn't about the awards, but the impact they, their sponsors and supporters are having on the youth of Lake and Sumter counties.
I attended the Boys and Girls Club as a child, and coming from a community where 3 out of 10 minority males will graduate from high school, the Boys and Girls Club was there to teach me the life skills that I needed to not only graduate from high school, but then to go on to college. And funny enough, coming back full circle, my first job was actually working for the Boys and Girls Club.
Freddie Williams as the Chief Executive Officer was a dream come true for Boys and Girls Club of Lake and Sumter County. In fact, he was just named the top Rookie Executive of the Year in the Southeastern United States, which we are extremely proud of.
When I received the Rookie of the Year from Boys and Girls Clubs of America, it truly served as a stamp of approval that we're doing things well. The fact that we were able to bring a national award to Lake and Sumter counties truly showed that we have clear outcomes with proven programs that can really drive meaningful impact within all of our clubs. And it also showed that our club staff are doing things well. Our board is advocating strongly within the community. The board meeting that we brought on J. Scott Berry as a corporate board member and had him appointed as the special events chair. He started on that second day saying that it's time to work because we need to make this Black and White Ball the best and premier special event.
Black and White Ball is the corporate board's largest fundraiser for the entire Boys and Girls Club of Lake and Sumter County. We raise money at the Black and White Ball for all 6 units. It's equally spread throughout. It's our biggest event, biggest fundraiser.
We saw unprecedented numbers in the amount of money that we raised last year, which provided more scholarships and access for children to attend our programs. He's done a phenomenal job in being able to rebrand, give proper recognition to all of our sponsors, being able to incorporate the children. That way it's not just a big party for fundraiser, that the people who attend really know why we're raising money.
One of the things the committee and I worked on in 2012 was incorporating the students, the kids from the club, into the event. What we did is, as you arrive for the event, we have different club members from the different clubs there to welcome you, to greet you, and escort you back to the party. Each person gets a few minutes with a student to talk to them, to get to know them.
There's a direct correlation between the amount of money we raise and the ability to serve more kids in our Boys and Girls Clubs. We talk about quality of life, economics, we talk about what our entire community would look like. Imagine if we could say that every single child who graduated from high school with a plan for the future, none were arrested, and none became teenage parents. Imagine businesses and corporations would line up to move to our beautiful community with our lakes and hills. So when you talk about perhaps maybe making an investment with the Boys and Girls Club, you're investing in the community. You're investing in our future.
Lake Sumter TV is a media sponsor of this year's Black and White Ball. We'll bring you highlights from the event in a future episode of Profiles. Finally, a piece that needs little introduction other than to tell you that it has been the most watched on our YouTube channel. And if you've lived in the area for any period of time, you'll understand why.
Resolution honoring and remembering Gregory Philip, Greg Padgett, 1962 to 2014.
Whereas the members of the Leesburg Partnership do most sincerely mourn Greg Padgett, a distinguished board member, past president, advisor, and great friend to the Leesburg Partnership and his fellow board members. Greg first served on the board in 1998 and was the first and longest serving member of the board of directors of the Leesburg Partnership.
Whereas Greg was a native of Leesburg, graduating in 1980 from Leesburg High School, and in 1988 received his Master of Science in Accounting at the University of Central Florida. He started in public accounting in Leesburg in 1985 and was an advocate for the city of Leesburg and worked hard to always find ways to improve his hometown.
Whereas Greg also served as a member of the Florida Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants, past president of Leadership Lake County Alumni Association, vice chairman of the board of United Southern Bank, board member of Kids Central, supporter of the Leesburg Center for the Arts, and affectionately known as the mayor of Okahumpka.
Whereas Greg's efforts on behalf of Leesburg Partnership provided great leadership and community support. Greg provided practical assistance, advice, and unstinting support to the Leesburg Partnership over the years.
Whereas Greg was a trusted colleague and a cherished friend and mentor to so many in the Leesburg community and beyond who learned their principles, generosity, and commitment from his example, whatever task he undertook was done with great diligence and style so that he has truly left his mark upon the history of Leesburg and all of Lake County.
Now therefore be it resolved that in the loss of our esteemed colleague Greg Padgett, the Leesburg Partnership Board of Directors, both collectively and individually, has suffered the loss of an irreplaceable friend, mentor, and advisor.
And be it further resolved that the death of Greg Padgett has created a vacancy on this board of directors which no one will truly ever be able to fill.
And be it further resolved that the board of directors of the Leesburg Partnership bestows honorary membership as a board of director emeritus upon Greg Padgett in gratitude and appreciation for his dedication and commitment to the Leesburg Partnership.
And be it further resolved, from this day forward, the Citizen of the Year Award, given each year at the Leesburg Partnership Annual Dinner, be renamed in his honor the Greg Padgett Citizen of the Year Award. And during such presentation, the presenter shall reflect upon the service that Greg provided to the city of Leesburg and the Leesburg Partnership.
And be it further resolved that a bench and brick provided by the Leesburg Partnership in his name and in his honor be placed downtown.
And be it further resolved that the Leesburg Partnership Board of Directors at its meeting January 29, 2014 expresses its profound sorrow upon the loss of our friend and colleague, that we remember with affection and appreciation the impact he had upon each of our lives.
And be it further resolved that the Board of Directors of the Leesburg Partnership extends its deepest sympathy to the family of Greg on the loss of their beloved son, husband, father, brother, and uncle.
Now be it finally resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the Padgett family and that a copy be placed in the minutes of this corporation.
Unanimously enacted
on this,
the 29th day
of January
2014.
Now, here's a recap of those featured in this month's special episode of Profiles. September will bring us another special episode of Profiles as we break format and devote an entire episode to one profile. Love her or hate her, curse her or commend her, Orlando Sentinel columnist Lauren Ritchie might be one of the most polarizing people in local media. Join me for a candid one-on-one conversation as the writer becomes the subject. I'm executive producer Marc Robertz. For host Mandy Wettstein and all of us at LSTV and Profiles, thanks for watching.
Featured profiles from this episode can also be found on our website, lakesumtertv.com, and on our YouTube channel. And if you're interested in having your business, organization, or event profiled in an upcoming episode, send an email to profiles@lakesumtertv@gmail.com. Hair and makeup is provided by Talk of the Town, located on 2nd Street in downtown Leesburg. Profiles is a production of Hometown Health TV, LLC, in partnership with Lake Sumter State College.